Joe, we have some record-breaking heat coming our way.
So the record for the 4th of July is 97 degrees, set back in 72.
Okay.
You know, and so we could get very close to that. I don't have it going that hot, but some places could easily climb 95, 98 for both Tuesday and Wednesday. Yeah, and the best advice out there, I mean, firefighters are going to tell you, just watch the fireworks show for professionals. We're seeing evidence that, it's going to be dangerously hot, and the fire danger is going to be very, very high as well over the next couple of days. We don't have a red flag warning in place, but again, the fire danger is going to be basically through the roof here the next 5-6 days. No rain in sight, and of course you factor in the record-breaking temperatures. It's going to be dangerously hot out there in a few locations. 71 right now, 68 in King City, and over in Forest Grove and Hillsborough, you're seeing temperatures in the upper 60s at this hour. Still pretty warm over in Bend and Redmond at 70, and Pendleton you're seeing a temperature of 69 degrees. We have this ridge of high pressure that is going to really just sit over the Pacific Northwest, not just for a couple of days, but basically from tomorrow all the way into Friday. There could be a 5-day stretch with temperatures 90 or above, although Friday could be a little bit cooler. Regardless, it is going to be very hot, and because of that, we have a heat advisory that's going to be in effect from Tuesday morning all the way into late Wednesday night. And again, there's also the fire weather watch throughout parts of Washington State, just north of Longview. So if you're going to be traveling, of course, the next couple of days, a lot of people might be doing a little camping, go to family and friends and other locations throughout the Pacific Northwest. Just keep in mind, it's going to be sunny and hot across Oregon and Washington, and of course throughout eastern Oregon, especially down in southern Oregon where that heat advisory is in place. But as we look at futurecasts, we're not going to be seeing any changes. We're going to be waking up to clear skies and going to bed to clear skies. And along the coast, there could be a little bit of areas of patchy fog at time on the 4th of July. Very brief morning clouds, but you're going to be seeing a lot of sunshine and a lot of warm temperatures. Of course, a lot of people might be heading in that direction. So I talked about the heat. I talked about how dry things are going to be. Factor in the wind, and that's why the fire danger is going to be extremely high the next few days. The winds will pick up at times throughout the Oregon coast tomorrow, anywhere from 20 to maybe 30 miles an hour, just as windy throughout the metro area. And that trend is going to pick up throughout Tuesday as well on the 4th of July. So be aware of that. And throughout parts of the Columbia River Gorge, where again, where that fire has started to burn near White Salmon here earlier this morning, it's going to be pretty intense over there as well. We saw highs in the mid to the upper 80s. Yeah, we could be adding 10 degrees to that over the next couple of days as we head into Tuesday and Wednesday. Along the coast, you saw temperatures from Hoquiam all the way down into Tillamook, right around the upper 60s to low 70s. So here's the setup. A very hot week ahead. We've been telling you that for the last couple of days. And as we go into the next few days, you can kind of see where that ridge of high pressure and that color is it going to kind of go from orange to yellow and a little bit of some red in a few locations throughout parts of the desert Southwest. And we'll also get some of that heat. It cools off a little bit later on this week, but not by a whole lot. Like I said, come Friday, we could be seeing temperatures out of the 90-degree range, but still, we're looking at some very warm conditions. Patchy morning fog along the Oregon coast, followed by some afternoon sunshine. And throughout the valley, we're going to be looking at daytime highs, basically right around 90 degrees, anywhere from basically 88 to 90 is kind of the window. It's going to be downright hot, so if you can spend some time inside, make sure you get plenty of water and don't overdo it if you're going to be doing some jobs out in the yard or working outside the next few days. Temperatures throughout the central and eastern side of the state will be right around the mid to the upper 80s, and throughout the high desert, Bend and Redmond, daytime high of 90 degrees. It'll be also windy at times throughout parts of the central Oregon area, and throughout the metro area tomorrow, we'll be waking up to temperatures in the low 60s, topping out right around the mid to the upper 80s, and on that 7-day forecast, we'll be looking at temperatures close to the mid to the upper 90s for both Tuesday and Wednesday. A little bit cooler for Thursday, but you really don't notice the cool down, Blair, until next Saturday. But again, we see our temperatures jump up close to 90 heading into Sunday. So a very hot stretch, and for some, a very dangerous stretch.
Yeah, it'll be tough to stay cool out there for sure. Well, thanks so much, Joe.